is what I lovingly call the dying cycle, not to scare you, to pieces, but it's that cycle where you let go. It's just let go of whatever doesn't work. And interestingly, your birthday always coincides very closely with the energetic beginning of the Chinese New Year. So in this Chinese New Year, you will have a chance to really sing your song, Michelle, simply because you're stepping into the frequency of the number 8. And 8 is the executive. 8's the power number. Now, you're going to have to be careful that you use your power constructively, but I know you. You've spent a lot of good years learning to organize and direct your power correctly. For those of you who are listening, I will tell you a little thing I know about Michelle. Michelle is the mother of 5 children, but the last 3 were natural triplets. No help from any injections, nothing. And when I met Michelle, I still carry the picture of her bringing, in the old days, we could use these car seats, and she would straddle 3 of these kids and get in the door of my little store. I will never forget that wonderful vision. And that takes power. And so this year, Michelle, look for ways where your natural executive ability and natural intuitive talents are used probably in new and more innovative ways. I don't quite know what that means yet for you, and you may have an inkling of it at this point because you're close enough to your birthday, but some of it actually may not be shown until your birthday occurs, and even a week or so after. And it's the year for you to talk about straddling things and juggling things, finding the equal balance between what is called the material world and the spiritual world. And I'll give you a hint about that. Oddly, although the material world is from the world of appearance, threaded throughout it, it's actually one and the same as the spiritual world. In our culture, we've managed to separate the 2 worlds, but when you contemplate long enough, you actually understand it's one and the same thing. So this year, this will be a work year for you, definitely, and I know you are a workhorse, so pace yourself and mastery over yourself, which I think you're pretty well on the road to doing. The more you do that, you're actually very silently in the position where you will be improving the plight of humankind. So there will be some ups and downs in an 8 year, because I always turn the 8 on its side and it becomes the number of infinity, the symbol of infinity. And that symbol, it kind of goes up and down. And I know, again, in your case, you're really monitoring your nutrition. Once again, there may be more monitoring because things that worked 2 weeks ago may not work tomorrow. That's how rapidly energy is shifting these days.
Okay.
So for any of us now, there's really no set plan. It's truly a movable feast of energy. There's laws governing money that will be important for you this year. Interestingly, the 8 is the symbol of money. So, and that's why the Chinese often will end their sales numbers in an 8, or they'll want you to live in an 8 house or a house that equals the number 8, because it's financial stability. This year, the laws of money, everything is changing this year. So the laws of money, as people have been trying to use it, actually won't work either. Interestingly, I have just finished very recently a book on prosperity. And what I attempted to do was bring in the frequencies from the new paradigm so that every page is just, there it is. That's what I'm missing. That's what I need right now. And I think it's going to be those simple kind of tools. So money is, it's a law that I know you've had challenges with. So contemplate the complete revolution and upheaval of everything you've ever believed about money. You are a child of the universe. There is only abundance, and I'm sticking to it. And that's kind of where you have to keep, that's almost one of your main affirmations. How could we not be taken care of financially on a planet where you've got a big tribe that you're raising. So you need to pay the mortgage, you need to have food on the table, you need education paid for. Well, this requires, in this culture, money. So I'm counting, as a matter of fact, the more you can visualize stuff, here's a simple tool for people. Make a money tree. Go down to the craft store, get one of those little styrofoam trees, fold up some dollars, and begin a money tree. Many of us grew up with adults saying to us things like, what do you think, money grows on trees?
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And this will blast right through that, where you're lightening up and going, oh, yes, it does for me. So that's my medicine for you this year. Go make a money tree.
I will.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Happy New Year, Michelle. And thank
you
for calling in. Love to the family.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
I encourage you to call in. It's a lot of fun. 321-806-3159. I say it's a lot of fun. It can be a little bit sobering and, a little bit like, really? But it's not going to hurt you. It's just giving you some greater insight into the minefields, the booby traps, and the upside of life. So call in. Do yourself a favor. Okay, so now I'm going to begin, which I tried last week, to tell you about 2017. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to say, hello there. Who's on the line?
Hi, Elaine. This is Jenny.
Hi, Miss Jenny. Happy New Year, honey.
Happy New Year to you, dear.
Okay. Oh, I'm so pleased you're calling in. So, Miss Jenny, please give me your month and day of birth.
It's February 23rd.
Okay. That's all I need. All right. So, right there, we've got, and I hope you can see it, Jenny, 2 plus 2 plus 3 is a 7. You see it?
Yes.
Okay. So that's very interesting right there. That's 7. It gives you the potential of disrupting belief systems for other people. Just right there. However, that's kind of like one of the things that you can do in life. You can do it with humor. Gently, gentle little little dropping pearls here and there, and it will. Yeah, that's your best way to teach.
Okay.
All right, but this year you are stepping into the number 8 because 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1, and the 1 is for 2017.
Okay.
Okay, so this year, for you too, it's about money. It's about financial security and safety, first and foremost for you.
Okay.
And cultivating it and becoming very almost pragmatic in it.
Okay.
And it has to do here with stepping more fully into your power. 8 is always about power.
Okay.
It's what we call the executive number.
All right.
So the more organized you are in your thinking, I sense that your house is organized, but now I'm going to bump you up with, let's get your thinking very organized and matter of fact, if you will.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
And through that, ambitions can really thrive this year. Now, interesting, Jenny, you too, as the last caller, Michelle, you're both in what is called this dying cycle, and that is
Yes.
the 52-day window prior to your birthday, which, even though Mercury's now gone direct for the most part, I still would not give you the crisp, clean, okay, Jenny, go ahead and fly signal.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
still mop it up, focus, try to get clear as best you can, and if clarity doesn't come, let it go. Because
Okay.
one day you'll wake up and realize, that's the divine order.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. I've been waiting for that day.
Yeah, it's been tricky because you actually, just based on your birth date, you've kind of been dying. In some disciplines, they actually give it almost a 90-day window, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's longer than we think. And trying to get through all of the different aspects recently, astrologically, it's been challenging. You know,
Really, really has.
Yeah, we've gone from one situation to another with people not giving up their angst and grief about everything that happened in 2016. So they're still stuck on that page. They're making it very dense and thick on the planet to cut through to, hey, let's go forward. Who cares what happened? Do you and get on with it.
Yes.
But that's not the easiest thing for people that have what I lovingly refer to as a let-go disease.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. So you too. Now, in your case, I have a different remedy. I did suggest to Michelle that she builds herself a money tree. You know what I like for you? I like you to go to the dollar store or anywhere else that's very inexpensive and find yourself a good old-fashioned piggy bank.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And I want you to feed that bank.
Okay.
Feed it every day. I don't care if you put 2 cents in it.
Okay.
And keep it in the northeast direction. And that will be important. And in the next few weeks, after this numbers plays itself out, I'm going to be talking on radio about the feng shui and why I would even tell you, put that in the northeast, please.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, awesome.
It's very awesome. Mm-hmm.
That'll be next on this radio show?
That's what's going to be next. That'll be actually for the next couple of weeks. It's a huge topic.
Oh, great.
And that one, I'm going to encourage you to call back in, and then I will be asking, give me your year of birth, because feng shui adjustments are made first and foremost on your year of birth.
Oh.
And then it's married with the compass. It is not the hocus pocus that has been taught in the United States, which is called the black hat theory. And that was so misleading. And people got hurt with that thing. And if they didn't get down and out hurt, they simply became disillusioned and discouraged. Well, they came discouraged because they were fed the wrong material. But they bought it because it was quick.
Yeah.
And Americans want a quick fix.
We sure do.
Yep. Get over it.
Right. Right.
Slow and steady won the race, if I remember that good old fable.
Yes.
So you do, aside from your piggy bank, I'm going to encourage you, and incidentally, every month, at the end of the month, so let's suppose you start the piggy bank treatment this full moon, okay?
Oh,
What the heck? This full moon, next full moon, I don't care if you have $1.01 in it, bring it to the bank and open a little savings account.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great idea.
Yep. Next month, start all over from scratch. And maybe then the next time you'll have $2.02.
Okay.
Matter of fact, some people, and they're smart to do this, at the end of the day, they just empty the change that's in their pocket or wallet right into it. And that helps it build up fast.
Yes. Okay.
But remember to empty it. So that's part one for you. Part two is really concentrating on not only cleaning up money matters, but fuller expressions for making money.
Okay.
Because you're stepping into this PowerPoint year. last year, and I know last